excuse me for my voice today. I have a bad throat. I'm truly thrilled to have been among the leading women entrepreneurs today. Personally, I believe that there's a lot of power that women brings in the table, be it house or just into cooking that she's doing to boardrooms that she's handling the meetings. Personally, because we are three sisters, and my dad has brought up us in a way that we will to be independent and take inspiration from women leaders like this. So moving ahead and without wasting much of a time, I like to start with one most important question, which I think any entrepreneur or budding entrepreneur would have. We start with some kind of a motivation and inspiration. So we'd like to know from you who has been your inspiration and where this motivation came from while you were starting. And because when we start, there are lot many ideas that come in our mind, and we are quite not clear on which idea would be the best to build up. So how did you get to choose that this is something that you would like to build on, and this is build it as a business?
Hi, good evening everyone. The person who inspired me was Mr. Preetam Singh Sarai. I always say that my parents gave me life, but he made my life. So when I joined school, he was above 70 at that time. I worked almost 2 decades under him. And then I felt that, after so much of learning, if I'm not able to open my own school, it will be totally worthless. So total credit I give to him. And in September 2022, we opened our own school, Headway World School. And that was the one school, of course, tried and tested. Then to escalate the process, why to stick to one? I joined TAB, which is called the Alternate Board, which is a business advisory board which escalate the process of multiplying. So that is going to help me from one school to having another chain of schools. So thank you so much.
I'd just like to say that my inspiration has actually been my husband. I know there's been a lot of talk about not marrying early or taking your time, but I just wanted to share with everybody that I married at 24, and he's the one who encouraged me to actually join my own family business with my own father. Before this, I was pursuing a corporate job in London at BlackRock. And he actually told me that you should follow the fire in your belly and join your father without any inhibitions. I was always apprehensive because the family business is into material handling, which is an excessively male-dominated industry. And to date, people ask me, why have you left your job in London with such a great package and moved back to Mohali or rather Chandigarh to follow the family business? So he's the one who made me realize that yes, I could do it. And he's also the one, I don't think that just because you marry early, your ambition has to stop, or marriage and career don't go hand in hand. I think for some people, both things can go hand in hand, as long as you do get married into a forward-thinking family, which includes your in-laws and of course your partner.
Thank you so much for sharing the wonderful stories. So let me tell about my inspiration. I am an accidental entrepreneur, I would say. Maybe it is the universe calling, that is the thing. It happened to me. I never thought of it, and I am into entrepreneurship straight after the college. So I didn't have any experience or anything. So ma'am कह रहे थे बस कूद जाओ. That was, I was into that. मैं बस कूद गई. My brother wanted to start up a company, and because of parental conditioning that नहीं अच्छी खासी job नहीं छोड़नी, because at the age of marriage, right? So he was at his age of marriage. So what happened? मेरे पेरेंट्स कहते कि नहीं, वो नहीं करेंगे. This is not a good idea. You are earning a decent amount, and there is a lot of risk. So I have taken the initiative. Okay, I can do it. I had multiple things in my hand, like packages from the MNCs and everything. So I just give it a try. Why not to give it a try, right? तो बस मैं कूद गई. He inspired me, and later on he joined me after 4 years, 5 years on this, and that is my achievement also, I would say. And now we are a team of 100, and we are growing and growing. So this is my accidental entrepreneurship, I would say.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to tell about my journey. So, journey towards establishing our own rheumatology clinic in Panchkula was fueled by a deep sense of responsibility and passion for the patient care. During my years of training and practice, I witnessed the struggles of countless patients suffering from autoimmune and musculoskeletal diseases. It must be friends to you all. These conditions that often go undiagnosed and misunderstood. So, after I saw them in pain and frustration with delayed treatment, the immense emotional toll of chronic illness took on their lives. Working in the hospital, I realized that there is a huge responsibility in rheumatology to have your own space for the patient, for their care, where they can feel connected to the doctor. They should come to you as a friend, have empathy, sympathy towards each other, and they can really discuss their problem, not in a government setup where you have a line of 400, 500 patients and you just can give a second to your patient, and it is really not justifiable. So leaving my big jobs of corporates like Fortis, Cloud9, Paras Group, now we have opened our own clinic in Sector 21 Panchkula by the name of Dr. Jindal Super Specialty Clinics, and we see in coming years we'll have more branches for this, and will fulfill your arthritis and ortho care services. Do remember us.
Thank you for sharing your, startup journeys. Moving ahead to next question to Harpreet ma'am. We have learned about the tab that she just briefly explained, but this is a very innovative kind of a board that she's just mentioned, which is rare to see in this kind of a sector. So we'd like to hear more about how this idea came to your mind, and what exactly is this?
Briefly again, TAB is the alternate board. It is the business advisory support, where it's a board of 8 entrepreneurs which help peer-to-peer, which gives peer-to-peer support. Suppose again 8 people, the big entrepreneurs, they'll be sitting, they'll be discussing, okay, I'm doing it. There could be different kind of problems running a business. Maybe a son doesn't want to follow father's business. Maybe there's a difference between brother and brother. There could be a number of reasons for not running a successful business. So here the board, they sit and there's a specified coach, and he listens to it, and for being a business coach they have to have minimum 20 years of experience, and it's a global organization. It started in US. So they discuss, and every month there is one meeting. They give you the solution that this is how you can accelerate, and your peer group, the 8 members, they will be keeping a check, sometimes that keeps the resilience on. Sometimes you may feel, sometimes the moods are not there. So your peer, the other members of the board, they help to keep you going, keeping the resilience on. So it is not someone from the outside, but the core group of you, which helps you and escalate the process of your progress. Every opinion matters.
Very rare to find, and congratulations for being part of it. And moving ahead, a role of a mentor has been very crucial in building up the business. Even if you have thought that this is what you want to do, but mentorship always helps, right? And moving ahead with how mentorship has played a role in your business per se, in your growth, and what are the suggestions or any experiences you would like to share in particular?
Thank you so much for asking that question. I am always been in support of mentorship. So you can think of, I started straight after my college, and I didn't knew there are what are the different departments in any company. I didn't knew about HR because I don't have that exposure. HR, finance, operations, research. Oh my God, there's so much of it. So I have invested a lot in myself for training, and that is why when we were 11 and we have a very it's been 7 years only, right? And we have been into the 35 and then 100 and so on. I'm still learning. I have the mentors right now, be it personal, be it professional. You should have the mentors. So I'll tell you a small instance here. Today, this is about today. I have a daughter of 1 year old, and it is like in my head that I am not able to do work on my physical to get back into shape, and spiritual and emotional. I am only being occupied into working for the office and then taking care of the baby. And today I sat with my mentor. I said, this is the problem. I want to do it, but I'm not able to do it. So she said, start for 5 minutes. Give 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. Can you do it? I said, yes. So spend 1 minute for each of this: spiritual, emotional, physical, mental. Spend 1 minute for each of the things. And I said, yeah, this is, 1 minute, will it gonna make impact? See, she said, yes, you are working for that, right? So that is the kind of, with the mentorship support, you will be able to work on yourself where you are lagging. You can discuss and you can find the ways out for it. So I really recommend, because of the mentorship only we are able to scale this much, and I want to grow much bigger than this, and with the mentorship support only we will be able to make that.
Actually, earlier the thought used to be try and try again. One day you will succeed. But now the thought is, why to try so much? When you can have a mentor who can, tell you, talk the talk, and who can guide you, walk the walk. So एक mentor लो और उससे guidance लो और करो उसको.
You can
Why you have to, there was a story of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
इतनी बारी spider ऊपर गई, it's इतनी बार नीचे, from there inspired. But आजकल के generation का ये है, Mama, my son always says that why so many times I have to say it? Why can't I hire a mentor and they can tell us and they'll guide us?
So basically you can leverage their experience and they can tell you the skills and statistics and strategies how you need to climb up, right? And you can use their experience and you can win the game. So
I think after mother and teacher, mentors are the one who actually deserves that place.
Yeah.
And they give you that emotional and psychological support every time.
exactly.
New perspective also.
Yeah, so another question from a very woman perspective. We've seen ourselves, very committed to work, always there on time and up to what is expected. But there are several times and days, and most of the days, then we feel that, we lack a confidence or a belief that, anyone should have after doing so much. So is there a kind of mindset that a girl should have, that brings the growth all throughout, because she's already doing everything, but the thing is that she needs to believe in herself. So any thoughts around that?
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to talk about this as well. Having seen my mom's generation, which seemed to be fairly more submissive than my generation, I learned one thing from her, which is that women need to step out of that victim mindset. I am told to do this. Oh my God, my mom-in-law expects me to do this. Oh my God, my father-in-law, my mom, my dad, my sister, and the empty number of roles we're supposed to play. But I think the newer mindset should be, I should say no if I don't want to do it without having that sense of guilt. And the moment that guilt steps away, I think your family comes along. Like, come along with you if you're stepping in home at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. on some odd days. They get okay with it if you're okay with it. And but this only happens if you don't have a victim mindset that you are being subjected to it. If you are confident in your own self that you're not doing anything wrong, I don't see why people don't come along the journey with you just because they didn't get the same journey as you. So it's really essential to step out of that vicious cycle that keeps going on.
I want to add to this thought. So basically, one of the thought is I'm not good enough. That help like it was with me for such a long time. मेरे को ऐसा लगता था कि यार मैं तो बहुत यंग हूँ, मैं कर ही नहीं सकती. ओ माय गॉड, ये इतने सारे मैं जब बात करी थी, आई वॉज हायरिंग experienced persons than me, right? And there is kind of something in my mind कि यार ये लोग तो बहुत experience है. And eventually I get to know I was wrong. Even I have to, वो might be experienced है, but they don't have the leadership quality also. So वो जो I'm not good enough वो वाली feeling है ना, वो सब में होती है. Might be अगर किसी को स्टेज पे आके बोलना है, some people have that कि मैं मेरे thoughts इतने good enough नहीं है कि मैं सबके सामने share कर पाऊँ. I have recently I get to know, I was in coaching with Blair Singer, if you know about him. You can put your thoughts into your hand and just clap it out. Just kill it out, because your mind always want to be in a comfort zone. And if you will gonna kill that thought out, just get up and do it. This is it, what you need to do. So don't overthink, don't do it. अगर मैं नहीं कर सकती, क्यों, ऐसा क्या है, just करो, चलो चपेड़ा मारो उसको और just go it and do it. So this is what I have learned and is working well for me.
Amazing, amazing, and I think this is very helpful as a strategy for all the women out here. The last question, and quickly a wrapping one. All you as a successful woman entrepreneur, what do you hope to leave as a legacy for budding entrepreneurs, who's thriving and trying to build up something like you?
About the legacy, Madhu ma'am, you are here. May I have your attention, please? Madhu ma'am, you are my inspiration. मेरे neighbors में 2 बच्चे थे, छोटे थे वो. At that time they used to go to Sector 16 tuition center. और my parents used to say कि इनके पास ये जा रहे हैं, Mrs. and Mr. चितकारा के पास, इनका पैक में सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा. So I somehow know you since then. So same way even I tell my teachers, my students and my parents कि अभी हेडवे स्कूल है, हेडवे कॉलेज होगा, हेडवे यूनिवर्सिटी भी बनाएंगे. So you are my true inspiration. This is what I would like to leave to the legacy. Ma'am, my school is in Pewa, which is again a tier 2, tier 3 cities. I have been trying to do so much for the children and for the mothers. I've got assistant professor है, एक मेरी teacher UPSC की तैयारी कर रही थी, शादी हो गई, everything stopped. Same story, same old story. There's no need to repeat it. But this is what the legacy which you are saying. I really want to inspire और उन सबको parents as partner या community इस तरह बनाए so that they can work and they are independent. So thank you.
I was there in one session with Brahma Kumaris in the morning celebrating International Women's Day. So there was a thought कि सारी life हम लोग उस घर में निकाल देते हैं जिसमें हमारी नेम प्लेट भी नहीं लगती, राइट? तो वी शुड प्लेज फॉर द डे. आज हमें यही करना चाहिए कि हमें बेटियां इस लायक बनानी चाहिए कि सिर्फ घर में नहीं, शहर में नहीं, ग्लोबली उनका नाम हो और सब उनको रिकॉग्नाइज करें. नवनीत, दिस वन इज़ फॉर यू, है ना? एंड वी शुड हैव मोर एंड मोर लेगेसीज बिहाइंड. थैंक यू.
I think as an entrepreneur, it's very important to start with the skill development of the people around us as well. And I've done something on the lines of intrapreneurship within my family business, where I'm starting a new vertical for under NSDC training of the forklift and crane operators. And I think leaving a legacy also means empowering people irrespective of what strata they belong to, and bringing them together with you for the progress of the entire region, not just what your startup or your business is all about. So I think skill development is something that I truly believe in, and I would love to focus on as a budding intrapreneur.
Thank you so much for being here, and it was an amazing, inspiration on the floor that I could feel. Happy Women's Day to all of you.